Alright, so we got some bad news for some Mortal Kombat fans out there. And looks like y'all gonna have to wait until 2 years or next year for its release. Cause it's not looking good, y'all, for real. Mortal Kombat Reboot won't get a trailer or a release date until movie theaters reopen. And I think it's a smart move, but it's sad at the same time that they're not gonna get, a trailer or a release date. Mortal Kombat fans will have Mortal Kombat fans will have been urgently awaiting the new movie. Will have to exercise some patience. Tom Garner, head of Broken Road Pictures and producer of the up-and-coming reboot, have revealed that the movie is currently without a release date. This means that we shouldn't expect a trailer online anytime soon. At least not until the situation with the movie theaters stabilizes a bit. I'll read it again. Mortal Kombat fans who have been urgently awaiting the new movie will have to exercise some patience. Tom Garner, head of Broken Rose Pictures and producer of the upcoming reboot, have revealed that the movie is currently without a release date. This means that I guess we're gonna have to wait until the situation ends. So you already know what it says, but the review came from Tom Garner on Twitter. A fan, in response to one of his recent tweets, asking if we might expect any surprise reveal regarding the Mortal Kombat reboot. Garner unfortunately had to step in and pour some cold water on the situation. The movie is currently conducting a few days of reshots that were originally scheduled to take place back in March. Meanwhile, they are awaiting for a new release date. So we're gonna have to read what he says. Man, I know y'all gonna be going crazy for this movie. Well, I thought by the cast social media you wouldn't figure out we're shooting a few more days. We always planning for it and thought we do it in March. The pandemic had other plans. We won't have a release date for the movie until movie theaters reopen. Same for the trailer. Well, I can understand where it's coming from because you want to make sure your staff and the cast are okay while filming in Australia for the reboot. But sometimes you're gonna have to be patient because right now we're in the middle of the pandemic and we can't even reopen theaters without everybody getting sick, sent to the hospital left and right. Last we heard, Warner Brothers has scheduled Mortal Kombat to arrive in theaters on January 15, 2021. While the studio had yet to officially comment on the matter, that date would be nearly impossible to hit at this point. There is virtually no way a potential blockbuster and franchise star could be marketed and effectively released in just a couple of months. Warner Brothers and other studios have delayed many high-profile movies that were on the calendar of 2020 and 2021. Now it's the game of wait and see for the R-rated video game adaptation. I do have to give them credit that they are sticking to the R-rated rating because it makes sense for a reboot to go to that route. If you play the Mortal Kombat movie games, you will know that there are tons of blood and violence in it. So it makes sense for them to go R-rated. But given to what I've read so far, they have delayed many other films, because of the pandemic. So it's going to be hard for them to continue on filming without anybody getting sick. The cast include Joe Talcium, Sub-Zero. Yeah, we already know about the cast, so I'm not even gonna, name all of them. And we all know that James Wan and Greg Russell are producing the movie. Simon McQueen is making his feature director debut with horror master James Wan producing. Grant Russell penned the screenplay. Russell, for his part, has not been shy about hyping the movie up, promising that it would be bloody, including fatalities, while at one point saying Mortal Kombat has never looked this good. Well, we all know that they said that it's gonna be, more blood and fatalities and all that. Video game movies were, and to a degree still are, a tough thing to get right in Hollywood. The 1995 movie adaptation was one of the earliest examples of taking a hit video game and adapting it into it for the big screen. It was a success in its day, but the bar for success at the franchise level have been raised for studios in years since. Warner Brothers undoubtedly hope that this can be a hit by modern standards that can pave the way for sequels, spin-offs, and what have you. And what have you. We'll be sure to keep you posted. Yeah, that's what he said. They are still planning on continuing with the productions, but in terms of the pandemic goes, I really don't think that's the case. So it's best for them to try to stay safe and try to stay quarantined as best they could, because this whole world has skyrocketed all over the place and we not hit rock bottom because of the pandemic. And it sucks that we're not going to be able to get any trailers or release dates anytime soon, but I can tell you this: if we do get some information on it, you never know, you might be able to see some screenshots, one of the cast members in a costumes, and I'm hoping and praying that they stay true to the source material, because we really do need a decent Mortal Kombat movie done right. Because if you will know, in the 90s, Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, and let's not forget Double Dragon and Mario, were hits and miss. But I will say this: the 90s Mortal Kombat movie, the first one, it was decent despite its flaws. It was a lot better than a sequel. And don't even get me started on that one. I am willing to give them more chances to try to get things right and take their time and just make sure that everybody's safe, because this is something that needs to be mission, and that goes for all productions in Hollywood, that we really do need to stay safe, because this world is not a joke. Even though it's the first of this month, December, it's getting worse and worse and worse out there, y'all. Like, it's not a joke. But I do hope and pray that the vaccines will end up coming soon. And yeah, man, that's just my thoughts on them postponing until everything is smooth, and hopefully everything will work out within the reboot, and when theaters open back up, just make sure it's safe, not have too many people out there, and make sure they're continuing to social distance, because that's really important. If not, then that's on them. Yeah, man, if y'all want the story, I will have it in the description box below. And yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. I will be giving you some updates on the reboots and all the other stuff. I'll see y'all.